guys. It's going to be kind of chill. I got The Dark Knight running in the background because I feel like watching Batman today on this rainy, dark, gloomy day. Making something in the kitchen, but I want to go over a few of Greg, or just maybe go over a few Gregor's videos and just have like an open. If somebody wants to come on and discuss B12, you can do it with me. Just click the link, bring you on live. Hi, Zoid. How's it going? Nice to see you. Zoid269. What's the 269 lament? Is it symbolic of something? Because I know of a few kind of things relating to 269. All right, I'll be back in a jiff here, guys. All right, welcome everybody. Yeah, I'm familiar. Okay, I was wondering if that was it. That's so cool. I'm familiar. Yeah, I was just curious. And we know his name. I think he had a name, right? Wasn't his name Johnny, I think? That's badass. But yeah, I wanted to make, and I'm just going to start doing these randomly, like different live streams. Like I figured I'd make some live streams on just open invite if you want to, if for anybody that wants to discuss B12 and wants a forum and wants others to see the validity of, you know, where I'm coming from and where certain other people that want you to see the truth are coming from. I do little lives like this, just pop up every now and then. And anybody that wants to join, just click the link and I'm bring you on live, and it's all be polite discussion. Just ask that we don't get too emotive or our temperature gets too high and we get into debate mode, because we don't want to be in a debate mode when, you know, talking about something like this. I want to do other live streams too, so I had some other random ideas today. I'll tell you guys more about that, but I was thinking of doing some on spirituality and, you know, our true nature, reviewing some videos of different vegan speakers that I like a lot that talk on you know, spirituality and our true nature. Keyword vegan, because there's a lot of spiritual you know, people out there that are not vegan, and I'm sorry, no matter how sound their message may be, they're missing a huge component, which is the primary to anything spiritual, the realization that animals are sentient. So it's funny. There's a lot that I've actually heard that you know, I've listened to that they make a lot of sense. They're just not vegan. Somebody on my I just got a comment because I put up a post today that says a testament to the incredible power of prophet narratives can be seen with the whole B12 lie. All they had to do was put forward an arm of science appeal, and that's what they did. They just kind of put forward an arm of that science appeal. They appealed to, you know, the sect of science, and apparently there was a lot of vegans that, you know, there's a lot of things that I've noticed about that are in common with a lot of vegans. So many vegans are three things, and self-described as three things: atheist, there's science, the science's law followers, and then vegan, right? Well, those two other things follow suit. You're atheist and science's law. And the funny thing is, they're not connected inherently. Those are not seamlessly connecting entities. They're just connecting atheism to somehow veganism, and then connecting science to veganism. I mean, this is where the problem arises. And that is dogma. That is the result of living with somebody else's thinking. That is dogma. Veganism is a deep ethical purity that refuses to see animals as objects and goes from there. Goes only up, proliferates. Truth, left, right, up, down. The foundation is seeing the sentient. Okay, we're gonna put this video on a sec. I figure we wait till we get some more people in the room. But so many people just blindly follow this guy like he's their God, like he's their savior. And let me tell you something to anybody watching, he's not. He does not have your best interest out here. I don't even think he's an ethical vegan. And honestly, I don't even think he's vegan. But I won't go too far into that. But he's a plant-based doctor. So, you know, he's motivated by money and the momentum's therein in his field. He's not really vegan. You know, he's definitely not an activist. All right, bear with me. I'll be right back. All right, guys, let's watch Dr. Greger and see what he says about vitamin B12. Let's put Batman on pause. So I'm just chilling here today. I got nothing to do, no work. Everyone's gone. The wife's gone. The kid's gone. Cats are asleep. It's raining out. It's cold out. I figure let's make a little stream. I can't go active today because there's just it's just the most disgusting weather I've ever seen. All right, here we go. Ready for this? Let's listen to what this guy says.
Going to be covering everything vitamin B12. How fast B12?
Did I turn it off on accident? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Deficiency can set in the early.
Not good enough. Turn it up all the way. Tell us about vitamin B12 deficiency, Gregor. Tell us what you've learned in your labyrinth of science, and you're deep down there studying all those papers hours on end.
Signs to watch out for, why standard blood tests can miss it, and just how dangerous it can be left untreated. Most importantly, the best way to protect yourself.
NutritionFacts.org.
Plant-based diets, encouragement of vitamin B12 supplementation cannot be overemphasized. What happens if you don't get enough B12?
Well, first, let's all take a look at something before we go any further. We're just putting papers up with names, maybe some different studies. We're just showing those to the people, just proving that, look, we've done the work. These are the studies. This is the evidence for you, right? You got Gregor with his little matter-of-fact voice in the background, his quirky, nerdy, little trustworthy appeal. And you've got this coming from a website called nutritionfacts.org. So as you see, they're planting all this context that's just going to make you believe it no matter what comes out of his mouth.
Well, the vitamin is necessary for the synthesis of DNA. So a deficiency in B12 can cause pretty much anything.
Says who? Says these studies. Right? Says these studies. Says, I can make up anything. And then if I have an architected world like this that's shored up all around me to, promote kind of monetary endeavor, I can make up anything and get it to be believed, and I can just say anything and get away with it. Like, says who?
Brain problems, psychiatric problems, sensory problems, constitutional problems, muscle problems,
Constitutional
nerve
problems.
It can also cause clotting disorders and bleeding disorders. It can make people catatonic, hallucinate, psychotic, even suicidal. One patient got electroshock therapy before they realized, oops, he was just B12 deficient.
Whoa! Guys, this is where you just need to toggle your own wisdom and just, like, it's just somebody saying words. Somebody saying words does not mean you have to believe those words. Whoa. I mean, the fear mongering is real. It's real.
Even more tragic are life-threatening manifestations of B12 deficiency in infants when their moms aren't supplementing. Coma, respiratory failure, severe brain damage. Vitamin B12 deficiency in pregnancy is a diagnosis not to miss. I've done B12 videos like this over and over again over the years. Can't we just stick to the consensus clinical?
It's almost like he's gotten word that there's a sect of free-thinking individuals that are out there that are ripping the masks of deceit off of this whole notion. He's pumped out like 5 of these, like in the last 2 weeks. These little B12 videos of his.
Guidelines of preventing, diagnosing, and treating B12 deficiency? No, we can't, because there aren't any. There are lots of recommendations out there, but little robust evidence to back them up. They're based more on assumptions than solid clinical evidence. That's why you'll see papers like this: How I Treat Vitamin B12 Deficiency. Why should we care what some random doctor does? Because there aren't a lot of clear-cut answers.
There's that appeal again.
For example,
by the way, anybody that wants to come on, I'm going to share this. I'll bring you on live and ask you questions about it, or just we can discuss it. Bear with me if you got the guts. We're not paying homage to any of this crap where we're going to somebody else's platform to have a debate. This is just about discussing. Here, anybody that wants to come on. All right, there you go. It's crazy. It's absolutely insidious, and I cannot believe that people are still buying this crap.
It is currently unknown how long it takes for vitamin B12 deficiency to occur in someone going completely plant-based without supplementing with B12 or B12 fortified foods. This textbook suggested it might take as long as 10 or 20 years, but that was based on a study of baboons and a single case report. On the flip side, it was suggesting we can see evidence of a functional
showing all these papers, showing all the studies, showing all the highlighting, more emitting that quirky, cute, little nerdy, harmless, well-meaning, benevolent voice, everything operating out of nutritionfacts.org. It's a lie, guys. It's a lie, right? It's so sus, Zoid. It's so sus. Yeah, but people just want to, and I do really think a lot of it has to do with that kind of dogmatic born trifecta, right? That atheist, science, vegan connection that has been born out of the result of other people's thinking. Right? It takes 20 years because that buys them time to keep this going. It buys them time to keep this going. That's why it takes 20 years. It's all by design. And yeah, and you store it for so long, you might not notice you're deficient for 5, 10, 20 years. It buys them time so they can keep on going with this $600 million endeavor. That's what it is. This is the $600 million endeavor.
B12 deficiency within 4 weeks. But if you look at that source, that's not right either. 3 years is a common time frame we hear, but that's just from the 70-year-old autopsy study, where a back-of-the-envelope calculation said that if the average liver weighs like 3 pounds and B12 is stored in the liver, and there's a certain amount of B12 per gram, then the average liver would contain enough for 3 years. But that's just all in theory. If we look at people undergoing a type of bariatric surgery that messes with B12 absorption, we start seeing problems within just a few
wow,
months
look at
in
those
terms
graphs.
of impaired metabolism, a rise in
Must be
methylmalonic
fact.
acid,
Whatever
homocysteine, two compounds that are
sound
normally
bites are being
cleared in
emitted.
part by B12. This challenges the concept that liver stores of B12 are sufficient for long-term maintenance of adequate B12 status. Here's an interesting recent case. A vegan who had been taking B12 decided to stop it for undisclosed reasons. This allowed for a natural experiment. Though his blood levels of B12 stayed within normal limits, his homocysteine went through the roof. We like to see it below 12, but it jumped to 18 in a matter of months, though there is a complicating factor. His folate plunged at the same time, and folate is also necessary to detoxify homocysteine. Evidently, when he stopped supplementing with B12, he also stopped eating as many fruits and vegetables. Folate is concentrated in greens. Because it was wintertime, his access was limited, so that may have contributed too. The bottom line, the researchers concluded, is that this reiterates the need for continuous B12 supplementation in persons following an unfortified plant-based diet. Some medical professionals even suggest it might be a good preventive measure for all vegans to annually check their B12 status. The number one question primary care doctors are advised to ask symptomatic patients on a plant-based diet is, what is your preferred source of vitamin B12?
Sell it. Sell it, baby. And then there it is. That's it. And we're going to call the website nutritionfacts.org because there's no questioning anything that comes out of this website. Nothing. It is your authority to follow nutritionfacts.org. If you are vegan, if you are non-vegan, it is the authority. You do not question nutritionfacts.org, right? Sorry, I keep getting up. We will watch, maybe I'll pop up some more videos. Oh, boy. But thanks to anybody that's here. If you want, I'll bring you on and we can have a discussion of B12. I'll ask you some questions. Maybe you can ask me some questions. This will just be an open panel for anybody that wants to discuss it, just so you can more clearly see the lie that it is. And the liars that are going around deceiving people at their own expense and the animal's expense on our watch. Yeah, but Zoid, I saw, the reason I knew that about 269 is because I saw, I know Gary Yourofsky's talked about it before, and I think I saw him in a video not too long ago, and he mentioned that I guess the animal, Johnny, the cow passed away not too long ago. Oh, man. It was a powerful video, too, the one that I saw with him. I mean, when you see that man get emotional, the man is a legend. He made me vegan. His speech made me vegan. I'll tell you that. It's just glad that we have him on this planet. I'll tell you. I probably wouldn't even be vegan if I didn't see that speech. I don't know. You really can't know. But yeah, if anybody's just getting here, feel free to click the link. I'll bring you on live, and you can ask me questions. I think this whole chapter will kind of pass after a period of time, hopefully in the near future, this whole B12 thing, because it's just too obvious. There's too many obvious lies. It's just too obvious. What's keeping it afloat is the hard work that the different bad actors that have put into shoring up its message. But it's breaking. It is breaking. We will be. Most people are kind of arguing from crumbles now. Even the plant-based doctors. Oh, here we go. Okay. We have somebody here. We're going to add them in. We can do audio. Hello? Hello, is this Joan? Why is it not letting me unmute the mic? I can't unmute guests because they chose to mute themselves. Oh, okay. Maybe unmute yourself, Joan. If you'd like. It just won't let me do anything. But you can try to unmute. There you go. Hello? Hi there. I can see you, but I can't hear you. I see somebody waving. But it says that you're muted on your end. So you have to unmute yourself. Okay. Hi. Hello. Let's see if I can get rid of this nutrition facts thing here. It just says you're muted, Joan. Oh, you're back. No, you're not. There's anomalies going on your end. Oh, there you are. And there you go. All right. Joan, did you want to? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Joan? We're just trying to see if you want to if you had any questions about B12. Hi there. Okay. Maybe it's all right. We might have to. All right. Take care. Take care. I gotta let you go. I don't think it's working on your end. There you go. Well, we had somebody, but they didn't. That didn't materialize. Anyway, I'll be right back. Joan's back. I don't know if come on, what's this? Now there's only 2 of us in here. It might be just me and you. So it wasn't a huge turnout today, but thanks everybody who may be watching this retrospectively as we went over Dr. Greger's video. Maybe I'll find another one to go over, or we'll review somebody else's. Let's take a look. Anyway, probably sign off in a few minutes. I mean, Joan, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think you're I don't know if you're keen on our subject here. I'm kind of only bringing on people that want to discuss B12. That's it. But and to anybody watching, we'll do this again later. I'll sign off for the day. I guess nobody really wanted to come on and discuss it, so that's fine. And this is just something I randomly decided to do, and I'll probably keep doing it. But yeah, to anybody watching, any vegans, I mean, the verdict's in. B12 is not vegan. When you consume it, you're almost positively consuming things that are not vegan by dietary definition. There's dairy runoff, GMO bacteria, sewage sludge. So dietarily speaking, you're not being vegan. And then with your actions, the vote you're voting for is not a vegan vote. You're voting for the brainchild of animal agriculture and pharmaceutical collusion. And that was born out of and in the spirit of suppressing the animal voices and suppressing the animal rights initiatives. So, I mean, B12 is not vegan, and we can actually tell you that now. So, I'm signing out. I'll catch you guys later. All right. Bye, everybody.